Hey, what's going on guys, James here, and welcome to episode 2 in our highly requested money making guide series. Now, today we have a great money making method. However, if the method just isn't for you, then hold out, as future videos in this series may be directed more towards your certain skill set. Although, I do hope you enjoy the video. Before we get fully into this money making method, I just want to put a small disclaimer out there. The money making method detailed in this video involves buying and or selling items via the Grand Exchange. As prices have a tendency to fluctuate, it is advised to check the current prices of relevant items before using this method. Calculations showing your potential profit are detailed later on in this video. So later on in the video there'll be formulas to work out the exact profit at the time you want to use the money making guide. So in this money making guide we're going to fully explain the ins and outs of buying and cleaning grimy herbs and making unfinished potions from both clean and grimy herbs. So we're going to kick off with cleaning grimy herbs. This is a very simple procedure and involves buying grimy herbs from the Grand Exchange with cash, clicking on the unnoted herb to clean it, and then selling that clean herb back in the Grand Exchange for more money than you bought the grimy herb for. As you'll see on screen right now, I have an example of how exactly to clean grimy herbs. Even though it is a very simple procedure, there are some small tweaks you can make to make it as fast as physically possible. So first of all, after buying the herbs from the Grand Exchange, you want to head to a one-click bank. Chests are one-click banks. I'd advise the Soul Wars bank. Reason being is you do not get random events, which makes it very handy whilst cleaning herbs. So what you want to do is you want to click on the bank. You don't want to use the deposit button at the bottom. Make sure you have both clean and grimy herbs in the same tab. It just saves it. It stops it changing tab when you click on it or something like that. All you want to do is deposit, grab the grimy herbs as fast as you can, and then click down and up and down and up in that kind of pattern. You might drag some herbs, don't worry about this, just spam click, and if some are left grimy on the inventory, do not go back and re-clean them. What you want to do is just deposit them all and grab more grimy ones. The reason being is that if you leave between sort of 1 and 5 grimy ones by accident on the inventory, maybe 5 on a bad inventory, it's still not worth going back and clicking them. You want to just deposit them, and it's faster just to get a whole new load out and go through the pattern of down, up again. Now doing this purely by hand, you can get anywhere between 8 and 10.5k grimy herbs cleaned per hour. However, if you want to use mouse keys, and JagXJmods have confirmed that using mouse keys is a perfectly legitimate way of playing Runescape on the forums, then you can actually achieve up to 13.5k grimy herbs cleaned per hour. So it's up to you which method you choose. Just in case you are wondering, calculating the profit/loss of this cleaning herb method is very easy. You simply take the price of the clean herb and then you minus the price of the grimy herb to find out the profit per herb that you clean. So I have actually decided to include some profitable herbs, the top 3 most profitable herbs to use right now. They are the grimy toadflax herb, the grimy quam herb, and the grimy lanternine herb. Now these are up to 510k, 1060k, and 1000k per hour respectively. That's just over 1 mil per hour profit, as well as up to 131k Herbler XP per hour. So this is really quite an underestimated method, and a really great method for making money. The profit per hour figures for the next 2 methods are going to be based on the fact that your character has read the Scroll of Cleansing. Now what is the Scroll of Cleansing? It is a dungeoneering reward item that costs 20,000 tokens. It requires 49 herb lore and 49 dungeoneering for you to buy and use, and once you read it, it disappears, and your character is given this permanent 10% chance of recovering a secondary ingredient whilst mixing potions as well as unfinished potions, as well as a 12.5% chance of making the potion faster. It's the 10% chance of recovering the secondary ingredient whilst making potions as well as unfinished potions that makes the profit for this money making method, or the following 2 money making methods, phenomenal, as it means that you get this extra herb back, giving you a huge amount of profit. Now moving on from herb cleaning, we actually have the making unfinished potions method of making money. Basically you buy from the Grand Exchange the clean herbs, you also buy the water-filled vial, and then you mix them together to make yourself an unfinished potion. The unfinished potion is actually worth more coins than the 2 ingredients you bought, and so hence you make a profit. So as you see on screen right now, once you've bought your clean herbs and your water-filled vials, you want to make sure they're both located in the same tab, as well as the unfinished potions. So it's very simple. What you want to do is, when you go into the bank, again, make sure you stand in a bank where it's a one-click bank. Chests, such as the Soul Wars bank, are brilliant banks to use. You want to select the Collect X or the Take X from your bank to 14. Now that will mean you have this permanent number 14, take 14 from the bank. So once you've finished an inventory right now, you deposit all items, and you take 14 of the clean herb, take 14 of your water-filled vial, and then you simply click on the Make All tab. You'll see that you make all the potions, however, you do have herbs left over in the inventory, and this depends randomly, so this time I had 3 left over. That's because your scroll of cleansing is actually saving you 10% of herbs, but it's just completely random as it saves the herbs. So sometimes you end up with none, sometimes I actually ended up once with 6 herbs left in the inventory, and it's this ability of using the scroll of cleansing to keep the secondary ingredient that makes you the majority of the profit. In order to calculate the profit/loss for using the method just shown, you need to follow the formula on screen right now, and this will give the profit per individual unfinished potion that you make. So you take the unfinished potion price that you're making, you minus from that the price of the clean herb as well as the vial of water price, and they're the 2 items that you bought in the Grand Exchange. However, you then need to take into account the fact that you're using the scroll of cleansing. So to that end value that you have, you add 10% of the price of the clean herb, which is 0.1 times the price of the clean herb in the Grand Exchange, and that will give you the total profit per individual unfinished potion made. Again, I've decided to include some of the most profitable herbs to use whilst making unfinished potions. It is good to note that you can actually mix just over 3.5k unfinished potions per hour if you're like super speed. However, for the sake of no one being absolutely superhuman, I've decided to use the rate of 3k potions per hour, which is easily achievable. So we have the clean Irrit and the Irrit unfinished potion at level 45 herb lore, giving 1 mil per hour profit. The clean Lantadime and the Lantadime unfinished potion at level 69 herb lore, giving just shy of 2.4 mil profit per hour. And then we have the clean Dwarfweed and the Dwarfweed unfinished potion at level 72 herb lore, giving just shy of 2.3 million coins per hour. It's also good to note, or bad to note, that when mixing unfinished potions, unlike making herbs or cleaning herbs, it gives no herb lore experience. The final method of making money in this guide basically combines the first 2 methods we looked at. So instead of buying grimy herbs and then just cleaning them, and instead of just buying clean herbs and making them into unfinished potions, we combine those 2 together and we buy grimy herbs in the Grand Exchange. We click on them as an unnoted form to clean them. We then add them to a vial of water that we've also bought in the Grand Exchange, and it'll convert it into an unfinished potion, and we sell it for a greater profit. Again, I'm going to go over the formula for calculating the profit and loss for each individual unfinished potion made using the combined method. It's very similar to the previous formula, however it is tweaked slightly, so I'll go over it again. First of all, you take the price of the unfinished potion that you're making. You minus from that, or subtract from that, the price of the grimy herb, as well as the price of the water-filled vial. You then need to take into factor the scroll of cleansing. So to that price that you've just worked out, that amount of money, you need to add to it 10% of the price of the clean herb, which is 0.1 times the price of the clean herb. And overall, that will give you the amount of profit made for each unfinished potion that you make. So I've included some profitable herbs to use for the combined method, and it's good to note along the top that you can clean and mix 2.25k potions per hour with this method. So that means that in the same hour you can clean 2.25k herbs, so you can make them from grimy to clean, and then you can mix those clean herbs into water-filled vials to make the unfinished potion. So the top 3 to use are the grimy Toeflax, the grimy Lantadime, and the grimy Dwarfweed, and you can make them all from grimy herbs into Toeflax potions. The herb lore requirements are 34, 69 and 72 respectively, as you can see on screen. And the profits per hour are for Toeflax, 1 mil per hour, Lantadime, 200k per hour, and grimy Dwarfweed, 1.7 mil per hour. Also, from the first part of the process, which is the cleaning of the herbs, you will get 18k herb lore experience per hour for the grimy Toeflax, almost 30k herb lore experience per hour for the Lantadime, and 31k herb lore experience per hour for the grimy Dwarfweeds. So thanks for watching this money making method. If you did enjoy the video, then please give it a like rating. You can also subscribe to be notified about future money making methods, or click the 2 images on screen to load the money making methods episode 1 or episode 3. Cheers guys.